You guys split the doubleheader with the SoCal Shepherds on Saturday. How do you think the team's going to try to keep the wins coming today?
Keep playing hard. We had good energy in that second game on Saturday, so just keep the same effort and hopefully come away with the win.
All right. And the last time you guys saw the Sliders, you shut them out. Does that give you extra confidence going into today's game?
I mean, you always have to play hard. They're going to come out fighting because they got shut out last time. And last time, Dirkman was money, so hopefully we can pick up our pitches this time and get a win again.
All right, so how does that mindset that you just said kind of impact your own game?
I approach every game the same way, where I try to never get too big, never make the moment any bigger than what it is. So just play hard and hopefully good things will happen.
Nice. And lastly, who do you think is going to win the home run derby today?
I'm a Dodgers fan, so Jock.
Right.
Jock for sure.
All right, I like that bet. We'll keep it there. Thank
For
you.
sure, of course.
Nolan, you didn't have a standout game today like you usually do, but it was apparent that you were battling at the plate, especially in that 11-pitch at-bat. Is that part of kind of your batting philosophy?
Yeah, I mean, I always want to go up there and put together a good at-bat. To start the game, I didn't have too many good at-bats, and I still struck out that at-bat, so just finding ways to put the ball in play, put pressure on the defense, something. Just continue to try to do and do a better job of.
And you scored a run in the 8th off of a sac fly. How important is it to you to keep making plays and to put you guys within one?
Even when you don't feel good, like today wasn't one of my best days, still try to help the team out any way I can and getting on late and scoring, put us in a one-run ball game. So just do anything I can do to help the team win.
Awesome. Thank you. All right, Coach. Nolan kind of had some quieter at-bats in the beginning of the game, but then he worked his way to a walk in the 8th and scored a run. What do you have to say about his ability to work out of a funk?
He's just, like I said, he always possesses strong character. So because of that, he doesn't get too down, he doesn't get too hot. He struggled early on, but when we needed him to get on, he got on for us, and I think he ended up scoring a run in the 8th off of Bubba Falia's sac fly to left, which put us one down. We got a little gambled. I gambled and had Robbie Ha tag up from second. I didn't know they had a cannon coming out of left field, so he was able to throw across his body on the line and bang, bang play. And that really saved the game for him because I think at that point it would have been a runner on first, but only a runner on third with one out. He makes that play, now ends up being 2 out. So, they did a good job. Hats off to the Sliders. Nolan does a great job of kind of just staying in his zone. Even if he's struggling, he doesn't pout. He's not in the dugout kicking stuff. And you really don't see too much emotion out of him, but it definitely means a lot to him.
And he's been in a little bit of a slump lately. How do you think he needs to work out of it?
I think he just got to focus more on going the other way, like he did against the Shepherds on Saturday, right? They're starting to kind of come into him with breaking balls, and he's kind of coming and swinging over the top of them. So I think he kind of just needs to stay more middle. I don't want to tell him to go opposite field per se when these lefties are throwing breaking balls into his barrel, because I just don't want him getting tied up. But if he looks to go middle, I think that'll keep his barrel through the zone longer, and he'll get the success he wants. But as he continues to keep grinding, I think he'll get out of it. Everybody has their highs and lows, and he's been hot for the whole summer, so it's about that time. And plus, it adds up. Guys, they think they can play 36 games, but they don't realize, like, we're playing X amount of games in a matter of 6 to 7 weeks. So it takes a toll on the body. The batting practices, the pre-games, the early work, the base running that we do. Nolan's a Steeler. That wears on the body. I think he's just getting a little tired, but he's definitely a gamer, and he'll fight through it.
Yeah, we're sure he's going to come out of it just fine. So thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Nolan, we're out here in Sparrows right now. And my first question for you today is, why do you wear number 23?
That's a good question. I actually wear it because my grandfather, his birthday is March 23rd, so I wear it for him. And then, Michael Jordan, the greatest, he wears 23 too, so combination of both. That's why I wear it.
All right, that's good. And you're facing a team today that you haven't seen yet this summer. How does your mindset adapt to that?
Nothing changes. You just go out and compete. Every team has talented guys, and you have to expect a dogfight every time you go out to play, so just be ready.
All right, thank you.
Of course. hopefully I was able to do that.
And you stole a base running on the first pitch. Is that something that Coach Davis went over with you?
Yeah, he preaches aggressiveness, so that's just something I wanted to come out the gates and just steal a base early because I know I have the speed to do it, and it's just a matter of getting a good jump and getting a base open.
Nice. And you said that it's been a minute since you guys have felt to win. What does it feel like to win again?
It feels good. Losing is not fun, so getting a win felt really good.
Awesome, thank you.
Of course.
Preach aggressive base running, and you had Nolan steal a base on first pitch today. How good or quick of a learner is he?
Oh, he's a very quick learner. Kind of like when I spoke in one of the episodes, I was like, I would like to see him get out there a lot sooner because we swing early in the count. And he did, excuse me, and he did that. You know, just he's got to know that like he's black, he's in shape. They're gonna expect you to run, right? Like it's simple. So if they expect you to run, there's no secret behind it. If you do it first pitch, if you do it third pitch, it's irrelevant. No matter what, they're gonna be ready for you to run. So it's just about you being aggressive, picking the pitch out, and really knowing who's up at the plate. You know, like if you've got a guy broed up, you know, big guy like that, they're probably gonna start him off breaking balls. It's a good time to go first pitch because it's even a harder chance for them getting you. If you got a guy who's got like, you know, a newspaper swing, then maybe you might want to pick one out because they can pump a couple fastballs in there and get ahead of the count. Because it's really kind of just, you know, being a little savvy and having an idea of when to go. I like to see him go early so then we can play small ball and cash in some runs. So he did a great job with that.
And he was a little quieter in the middle innings, but then got a hit later in the game, and then he was able to work himself to a run. What does that show about his work ethic?
Oh yeah, you know, he's never down and out. You know, on his last knot, he was a team guy. You know, even though we were up 4-0 first and second, I asked him to get the bunt down. He gets great placement against this left-handed pitcher. Ends up turning into a knock, you know. And I see him at third, and I was like, man, atta boy, way to get your job. And I was like, man, I had to, you know. So I was like, look, you turned a 1 for 4 a day, 1 for 4 a day into a 2 for 5 day. So you went from 250 to 400 just by being team guy and being able to execute. So he understands that. He's fundamentally sound. Again, he's what I call, you know, the black Moby Dick, right? He's my white whale in the sense that he's a black baseball who's polished. He has ability. He's humble, and he's just eager to learn and get better and better and better. And you talk to him, he's yes sir, no sir. He's not a guy to be disrespectful or to big league you. So I really love that about him. Great young man, and he's definitely got some talent behind him to continue to grow.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.